Hey peeps, Amma here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we'll be talking about body image issues. If you're interested to learn more about how body image affects us on a daily basis, and if maybe you're one of those that have always had issues with the way you look, be sure to watch this video till the end. For today's conversation on body image issues, I have the honor to welcome two beautiful ladies. They're doing an amazing job with their NPO, which is known as Siyafunda Village Foundation. So, ladies, welcome. I've got the honor to have Kgomotso Molobi, who is the founder of Siyafunda Village Foundation, and she's joining me with her partner, Madlazi, who is the co-founder. Thank you so much, ladies, and welcome to my YouTube channel.
Thank you so much, Amma. It's an honor to be here.
You're welcome. Okay, so without wasting any time, let's just get started. I mean, I've been following you guys on your social media, especially your Instagram, and I can see you doing amazing things. You're running online campaigns, and you're speaking about everyday issues, which affect us all, and so that got me really interested to follow you guys. And I know recently you've been posting about body image issues, and this is a very critical conversation, really. I like the way you've just been initiating conversations around that through your social media. So I just want to know what inspired you to start this NPO. I know you do a lot of everyday issues, but what was the inspiration? What was the inspiration behind starting the foundation? And just share with us.
Okay, so the story of Siyafunda Village Foundation and how it started. Paulina and I were just sitting one sweet day, and we were talking about what people are going through, what the youth is going through, how many people are committing suicide in a day, and how many hungry kids are out there, so many issues that we have in this world. And I feel like we wanted to become a solution, even if it's not to everyone in the world, but yeah. I believe we could be a solution to at least one person or even 100 people. So we went very far with the opportunity. We ran for it. We have a nonprofit organization called Siyafunda Village Foundation that educates people about mental health issues, your everyday issues, and we are the voice to the voiceless. We aim to feed the hungry, we aim to clothe the naked, and we are just here to be an encouragement to each and every one of the kids that could be listening, or the old people that could be watching this, just say that you have a purpose and your voice is, so that is who we are.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I love it. You're surely doing the most, and I always just like it when women are making the change and actually being the change they wish to see. You're not just wishing for things to be the way they should be, but you're actually doing something about that. So I'm really I'm inspired. But since today we'll specifically be talking about body image issues, maybe you can just break down this concept to someone who's hearing this, body image issues for the first time. How will you explain it to someone who hasn't heard of it before?
So body image issues are basically all the issues that we have regarding our own bodies. The perception that we have about how we look negatively, that is, for example, someone who is slightly overweight, constantly being told that they're obese and they're not healthy and they're eating too much and they should cut back on food and they should go back, well, they should start going to the gym. So that's just one example about body image, but there are a ton of examples. I mean, we could talk about how people are always being called names because they're too tall. So it's a wide variety of negativity that goes around regarding your body and how your body is shaped and how your body looks.
Yeah. Why should we even talk about it? I mean, I have my own thinking now. You know, as you were explaining body image issues, I was already thinking, wow, this is really important to talk about. But want to hear it from you, as you've already initiated a campaign around it. Why did you even initiate such a campaign? What did you see that needed to be changed around the concept? Why is it such a big deal to talk about?
I think it's a very important topic to talk about because often when we are not kind to ourselves or when we are not kind to other people, right, we often, give people a validation to actually say, I am ugly, or I am fat, I am too skinny, I am not beautiful, I am not worthy. Because you are not being kind to people, you're projecting yourself, on other people. You're projecting the way you feel about yourself on other people. And I feel like the more we talk about these topics, the less it's going to be a taboo, because often in the African communities, when an old person says you are fat, you are not able to talk back to the person because it will be looked as if it's disrespectful. But then when you go home, you always have this thing of my aunt said this about me and it hurts me because you love this person, And I feel like the more we actually nurture being kind to one another, is the more we're going to see the rates of suicide going down, the rates of mental illnesses going down, because the way you speak to someone could result in something very painful that's going to happen tomorrow. Yes, it is also their responsibility to see how they actually take it in. It's their responsibility to react in a positive way and say, okay, if you don't like me, it's okay. But not everyone has that capacity. Therefore, if we're kind to one another, if we talk about these issues, we are going to have so much knowledge. We are going to be so much loving and caring. And I feel like that is just something we are aiming for right now.
Yeah. Of course, we are surely aiming for more kindness. The world needs, we need to be more kind to each other. And, the world, so many bad things are happening around the world. Actually, this is one of the reasons why I started this YouTube channel. It's just to create more unity and to create change, because the world is bleeding, and so the least we can do as human beings is just to be kinder, and stop looking down on each other and just appreciate each other for who we are, honestly. So I really like the way you answered that question. But let's say someone is struggling with the way they look and they're not happy with how they are, and how can someone overcome the way they look, the body image issues that they have? How can you overcome that?
First of all, we need to understand that we were all created with our own specifics. And that simply means that we need to learn how to be comfortable in our own skin and to stop comparing ourselves. Because a lot of the times we go onto social media platforms, Instagram, we watch stuff on the TV, and automatically you see someone with a specific type of body and you start to look at yourself as if you have a problem. And because I don't have a waist like she does, then there's something wrong with me, or I'm not as tall as he is, then there's a problem with that, or I'm not as well built as that gentleman is, then there's something wrong with me. But I think, while telling yourself, despite the fact that I'm still worthy, I'm still strong, that around body image issues, because it all starts with you. If you can stand and look at yourself in the mirror every day and tell yourself you are beautiful, you'll reach a point where you start to believe that even with my freckles, I'm beautiful. That even though I'm short, I'm beautiful. That even though I have dark skin is what makes you powerful. At the point of telling ourselves on a daily basis that I am beautiful. It all starts with you. It all starts with those daily affirmations.
I like that. Yeah. Self-acceptance. It sounds like self-acceptance is key in this regard. I like that. Yeah, I like that. Like Kgomotso indicated earlier on, people can even go to an extent of killing themselves just because of the pressures that society or that other people are putting on them based on how they look. And so just for you as a person to really own it and be proud of who you are and how you look, it's really going to go a long way, because some people are just, they don't listen. In as much as you say you don't do that, they'll still go on and make fun of you. So you gotta just own it and be your own boss, and then you'll be fine. I like the way you answered that. Thanks a lot, Paulina. I remember earlier on you guys mentioned a bit about social media. So maybe if we can just discuss this a little bit. How does social media, I know this nowadays, one can't live without social media. It's more like a need now, I'm still yet to meet someone who is not on social media. So how does social media have an impact, or has an impact on the way we view ourselves or on our body image?
So with social media, because it's also very fast and you literally know what beauty standard has elevated, right? Because social media is, within a second, people already know what's on Vogue, what's on maybe let's say Ying Bonang just posted on her Instagram, and we see that she's holding her champagne and she's wearing her summer dress and she has a weave and all these things. And then because Bonang is doing it, we also get influenced in doing that, right? And with social media, they have already told us what is beautiful already. So if you do not have Bonang's curves, or you don't have Kim Kardashian's curves, and you don't have her long sharp nose and plump lips like Khloe Kardashian, then you are not beautiful. If you are not if you don't have fair skin or fair hair, and the texture needs to be a certain way and need to be blonde, then you are not. If you're not like that, you are not beautiful, because social media is so fast with things that we are able to catch up immediately. When you go on Instagram and you go on Twitter and you go on YouTube, you already know that Mihlali has already done her eyebrows on fleek, and she has already known that this is the in fashion because Mihlali did it. We are also going to follow. So that is the influence of social media. It's a very powerful platform.
And that's dangerous, right? It's dangerous, right? You can't be trying to compete with what you're seeing on social media, because that's not who you are. And if you really want to follow that, then I think it's dangerous, right? Because then how are you going to keep up?
And another thing is, we need to understand that social media is not what we think it is. Just because we see Mihlali in her Merc, or we can see that Khloe Kardashian is, going far with life, she has 2 mansions or whatever, it doesn't mean that that is actually theirs. Sometimes people can actually just enter someone else's Merc and pretend like it's theirs, because Instagram influencing is all about having, the materialistic things, know.
That's true.
It's never about being who you really are, You're not going to see someone.
There's a lot of pretense. In other words, from what I'm gathering, is there's a lot of pretense from that. And so if you really want to be happy and love your body the way it is, love it genuinely without trying to compete with the social media world, because that is dangerous. Like you indicated, it may not necessarily be true what they are portraying as you're watching all those fake everything. It may not be theirs, like you said. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So social media, in as much as it's very powerful, I feel like we just need to choose which road are we taking, because people are not going to go live and say, these are my failures,
Yeah.
So,
That's
yeah.
That's true. Okay, so from what I gather is that body image issues is a big deal, and we definitely have to talk about it because it has a great impact in our lives. Maybe if you can just explain a little bit, how does the way you look at yourself, or your body appearance, or your body image, or whatever you want to call it, how does that influence your lifestyle in general, like your day-to-day living as well?
Okay, so firstly, I just want to mention that if you are not comfortable in your own skin, you're always going to have doubts the moment you step out the door in terms of, is what I'm wearing, is it too flashy? Does it show my thighs too much? Is it okay? What are people going to say when they look at me? So if you're not comfortable and you don't like what you see, the moment you step out of the house, every single insecurity that you have is going to come rushing to wherever you are. So I think that, in terms of it impacting us on our day-to-day lives, we're always going to be so conscious about what we're wearing, how we're walking. How do people see me when they look at me? Do they see my big nose? Do they see my abnormal lips? Do they see the spaces in between my teeth? Do they see the brackets that I have? Do they see all the freckles? So now we want to start covering all of that up, and we start wearing, we start changing ourselves so that people don't see what we think they should see. And I feel like that is the number one problem, because in as much as body image is such a big problem, it's not every single person that you come across that isn't going to like what they see.
That's true.
Others are just going to see beauty, whereas you don't see beauty because too many people haven't seen it.
That's true.
That's totally true. And also that I feel like that also slows your progress, your daily progress as well, because now you're spending most of the time worrying about what people are going to say, and really without doing what you are meant to do, like your work related or your school things or whatever. So I think that also slows your progress. So I think, and also the other thing, like you indicated, people will always have something not to like about you. That's people need to remember that. So you can't please people. No matter what you do, you will never please everybody. And also people are not perfect. Nobody is perfect. So just accept it and be confident how you look, because I feel nobody is perfect.
Yeah. Well, definitely.
Great. So this brings us to our last question. For someone who's listening here and they're thinking, wow, what you guys are doing is amazing. I would really like to watch your online campaigns or want to be part of your NGO of the Siyafunda Village Foundation. How can they contact you? How can they follow you? How can they be part of the NPO?
So they can send a message, or they can call either myself, Paulina Madlazi, at 074 019 4979. Just to repeat the phone number, 074 019 4979, or alternatively, they could contact Kgomotso,
which is 0611 714214. 0611714214.
Yeah, I'll also just put that in the description. And then, maybe you can share your social media handles as well.
Our social media handles, We are on Facebook and Instagram at Siyafunda Village Foundation. So they can send us a personal message either on Facebook or Instagram, or they could WhatsApp us.
Yeah. So how can so like I understand that if you go on your Instagram, you're likely going to see what you guys do, which is nice. But is there any other ways like that people can help with the NPO? I mean, I understand that NPOs really, they are like non-profit organizations, right? So you guys are not getting any profit or whatsoever. So I don't know. Are you maybe looking out for donations? Are you looking for volunteers? You know, what would you like what would you like help with?
Yes, so if you would like to come through and volunteer, because we do have physical activities that we do now, thank God. So we are able to actually come together and, have soup drives, etc. So if you're interested in volunteering, please do let us know on WhatsApp. And if you would like to donate to us, we can give you our bank details on WhatsApp, or alternatively, you could maybe donate something. So for example, if we're having a sanitary drive, you could buy the sanitary towels on your own, and then we can meet somewhere and then we'll collect them.
That's great. Wow. Ladies, it has been absolutely awesome chatting to you. I am inspired, and I would like you guys to just keep doing it. South Africa needs it. The continent needs this. The world needs this. We need more people that are willing to make a difference and without really worried about making a profit. So well done for this NPO. And it's been nice talking to you about body image issues. And I'm hoping that someone gets touched by this and helps someone. I hope it helps somebody. So thank you so much for joining me. It's been really nice chatting to you both.
Thank you so much, Ama. It's so beautiful when people actually believe in what you are doing, So thank you so much. We will definitely keep on going because there are beautiful people like you who keep us going, who always tell us to not give up. So thank you.
Yeah, great. It's a pleasure. Thank you so much, ladies.